If you see the red flag, run. They don't want a relationship, but you want a relationship. Run. Within 2 weeks, they're telling you, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Red flag. Run. If you see the red flag, run. What is going on, guys? Josh Love Talk here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today's video, I want to talk about 5 things you should avoid when you're talking to somebody you're into. See, I know you get to meet people and you catch feelings, but sometimes feelings can lead you to do some things that will jeopardize that situation or that can lead you to disappointment. And I'll be addressing some of the things you should not be doing when you're talking to somebody you're into. The first thing you should avoid is assuming your position in their life. When you're talking to somebody, please don't assume your position in their life, regardless what's happening. It doesn't matter what they've told you. It doesn't matter how many dates you've been on, whether you've slept with each other. Regardless what the situation is, don't assume your position in their life until they tell you any different. Accept where you are. So if you are just talking and that's what you're doing, and no one has said that we're in a relationship, we're exclusive, just accept that that's all you are. You are just talking. What I see people do is that because they've been on dates, you've been texting consistently, you've been talking consistently, you think, oh, I found the one. This is it. This is Mr. or Mrs. Right. You could lead yourself to disappointment. I see people say, well, they've introduced me to their mom, I've met their sister, I've met their friends. Yeah, I must be good. Listen, people can introduce you to everyone around them, but they still have no intention of committing to you. They don't want to settle down with you. Just accept the thing for what it is. That's why I always say give based on commitment. Don't give based on feelings, because your feelings can get you thinking that you are, you're the girlfriend or you're the man. And little do you know, you are just the placeholder for the better person to come along. As I always say, until you're in a relationship, you are still single. The second thing you should avoid is chasing for their attention. I've heard so many situations where you're talking to somebody, they're saying they like you, after a few dates or after spending some weekend together, they just disappear. Don't drive yourself crazy by chasing after them. If they are not responding, leave them to it. There's a reason they are not responding. Rather than driving yourself crazy because you're in your feelings, listen, you can do anything else. You can cry to your friend, you can cry in your pillow, you can shout, break your glass in your house, but don't come across desperate, don't come across too eager, because that doesn't make you look attractive. When you're chasing somebody, it doesn't make you look attractive. And the thing is, most times when you're chasing somebody is because they don't want to be caught. It's stressful. And at the end of the day, you're going to get found out. It's only so long you can pretend to be something else for somebody else for. Eventually, they're going to find out and the situation is going to end bad anyways. So always be yourself. Be yourself. Let them accept you for who you are. If you're loud, be loud. If you're shy, be shy. If you're quiet, be quiet. The truth is, the person that likes you, the person that wants to be with you, would accept you for you. Okay, and both of you will complement one another. They don't need to change you for both of you to fit. So if you're dating or you're talking to somebody that's trying to change you, or you feel like you have to change who you are for both of you to get on, for both of you to progress in that dating situation, I'm afraid you're in the wrong situation, and I think you should get out. The fourth thing you should avoid is don't feel like you can't lose somebody. The amount of people I've heard say like, oh, it doesn't matter what happens. This is my person. This is my partner. That is a toxic place to put yourself in, and I've seen people go through so much because they have that mindset, because they think regardless what this person does, I'm going to end up with them. So they put up with so much. They put up with different level of disrespect because they have in their mind that this is the person I'm going to end up with. And for me, that is a bad way to think. It reflects how you see yourself. It reflects how you value yourself. And as I always say, if you don't value yourself, it's difficult for other people to value you. If you don't respect yourself, it's difficult for other people to respect you. So if you're standing for disrespect from someone because you think, regardless what they do, that is the best you can do. You cannot get any better than this. Then you're putting yourself in trouble. And I've also seen people that even after the dating situation didn't work out, they are still hung up on that person because they just have in their mind that they cannot find any better. And once again, that's toxic because you're blocking your blessings from finding the right person for you. You're still hung up on somebody that clearly isn't right for you. And everyone you meet, you're comparing them to this other person. That is not the way to do it. Don't avoid that if you're dating. If you're talking to somebody you're into, always know that there's a possibility they might not be the right person for you. Yes, you like them, but feelings are not everything. There are other things to consider outside the fact that you find somebody attractive or you vibe with them or you share chemistry with them. For one, you both have to be compatible. You both have to want the same thing. If you both don't want the same thing, regardless how you feel, there is no point. And the last thing is, don't ignore the red flags. Don't let your feelings get you to a point where you think, nah, I can patch this up. It's all right. This person is disrespectful, but it's okay. I can stand it. Thinking that red flag would go away. Listen, you'll get yourself in trouble. The red flags don't move. If you see the red flags, run. That's what I'm going to say. If you're dating someone, regardless how much you like them, regardless what they've told you, regardless what you're feeling, if you see the red flags, and there are some obvious red flags, if you see the red flag, run. They don't want a relationship, but you want a relationship. Run. Within 2 weeks, they're telling you, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Red flag. Run. If you see the red flag, run. Someone is selfish. 3 weeks of talking to them, they're asking you for money. Run. Red flag, run. If you see the red flag, don't wait behind. Don't consider. Don't call up your friend and start saying, oh my God, but this, that. Red flag, run. Okay? You stand a better chance of finding somebody else rather than putting up with a situation that's likely to end in disaster. Those are the 5 things I feel you should avoid when you're talking to somebody you're into. Don't let your feelings blind you. Don't go ahead with something that is going to end up in disappointment because you are in your feelings. There are so many people that are in situationships now because they didn't do these things, because they let their feelings take charge and they were following their feelings and they ended up in a situationship. Hopefully this is not the case for you guys. Let me know what you think. As always, leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one.